Oh yeah, I like it like that.
All right, today we are going to talk about flowers.
Yes.
So obviously I've done close to 1,000 weddings. This is only a very, very small portion of my flower photos, but I thought there was a nice variety here to talk about. But imagine these photos without this pop of color.
I
No,
don't want to. It'd be
no,
horrible.
this guy right here. You take that away, it's a really boring photograph. There are no rules to a wedding. You can obviously have no flowers if you want. But photographically speaking, they really, especially the bride and groom photos, really add a little zing when you've got beautiful flowers and boutonnieres. So I'm going to start here with one of my all-time favorite bouquets. This is by F as in Flowers. This was a Red Barn wedding. Look at that. The
I love it.
direction, the movement of that bouquet. And I love the fact that it is a pastel colors.
It's beautiful.
And they added the element of these dark dahlias back here. And I never would do that myself, but it works really well. It's almost like a painting that has interest, movement, beautiful, harmonious colors that blend. Another great florist is Lori Andrews. She did this bouquet for the Real Maine Wedding of the Year contest that I photographed. Lori Andrews also designed the tables. I just wanted to show these real quick. I love the height of these flowers. Actually, she incorporated leaves into this. So yeah, look at this. Lori Andrews.
So gorgeous.
Yeah.
What a nice job she does every time.
And then she has this little simple sprig of rosemary on the napkin with the little, I think that's a buoy, a lobster buoy, a little trinket. So lots going on
She has a
here.
real attention to detail. I mean, every single surface has been considered.
So gorgeous. So gorgeous. That was a really fun wedding to shoot. Another one of my favorite florists is Judy at Flora Fauna.
Oh, I love
She
this
did this
image.
wedding at French's Point. I love these flowers. I love that she puts them into really interesting containers, like the little teapot here, the milk glass here. This was the same wedding.
Was it? Oh, wow.
Yeah. Gorgeous. She's very talented, as is Lori Andrews. These are over the top flowers at the Cliff House.
They certainly are. How elegant.
Yep. The height of these flowers on the tables, again, just adds an elegance to the table. I don't know what it is. I guess from a design standpoint, it's filling some space high above the table as opposed to everything low down.
It's impactful. You really notice it.
Yeah. Again, these nice
What
lines
are those
coming down.
long dangly flowers called? Those are gorgeous.
No,
I see them in bouquets a lot, but
right there too. Yeah.
I mean, that's so cool. It really adds to the bottom of her dress and the way it flows. It's like,
yeah. This is Kaluna Fine Flowers, the designer that did those. And then hello, why not some simple calla lilies? And I've really, you never see purple calla lilies like this.
No.
They do that. They can make black roses. I don't know
That's
how,
right.
but anyway, how gorgeous is that? And make sure your photographer does have a lens that goes way down to 1.4, a 1.4 f-stop. This is done with an 85 millimeter 1.4, so that the flower kind of stands out and everything in the background just fades out. This is Coco Design. Okay, this was a wedding at Point Lookout, which is no longer there, sadly. But I just love, this was a huge job. These flowers were suspended from the ceiling. I have no idea how.
It certainly does.
Yeah, and this is the same wedding. She placed petals down the aisle. This was a lot of flowers at this wedding.
That's a lot of, that's the most petals I've ever seen.
Yeah, but it's gorgeous, you know. And
Yeah, it is. I agree.
This is an interesting bouquet. This was actually, it's very, very simple, and it was a DIY wedding. But it was a Harry Potter themed wedding, and it kind of has that feel. I can't explain why, but it kind of just has that Harry Potter feel, like a witchy feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this
It's
is
whimsical and sort of ethereal and magical.
yeah,
I
I
like
think
it.
that's just simply lavender and I want to say wheat, like a fuzzy wheat, but I don't know what that is. We'll figure
I
that
don't
out.
want to eat that.
No, I don't either. Okay,
That
so
does not make a good snack.
no, no. But it would look good in your bathtub. You could sprinkle that in your
Yes, it
bathtub.
would.
They took a Harry Potter book
Oh my
and
gosh.
made, yeah. There it is again.
What do you? Oh, I love that one. That's great.
But anyway, look at this. And then there's, I don't know, that's a Harry Potty. But look at the candles. It looks so, what is the word I'm looking for? Magical. And Little River Flower Farm is also one of my favorite florists. She's another Martha Stewart, just like Lori, Judy at Florifauna. Efferson Flowers is that way. Seasons Down East. Got it going. But the Little River Flower Farm, hello.
Oh my
They
gosh.
incorporated kale and feathers into this beautiful bouquet with a little rustic burlap as the wrap. This was actually a styled shoot.
It's such an incredible look.
This was so fun. You know, in the sometimes if you've got a little extra time, it's so much fun to do a styled shoot. And this was actually a former bride of mine.
Oh,
And the juxtaposition of her elegance in that hat and that dress, her mother made that dress and those pearls, to this farm worked really well.
I love it. It's incredible.
But you know what's great about style shoots is it's your own palette. You're choosing. I chose that truck that she's in. I saw an old man driving this truck. I'm like, excuse me, can I pay you $100?
Really?
Yeah, no, we didn't know
That's
this guy.
fantastic. Where were you? Was he driving and you like ran out into the road
It
and
was
flagged it
parked.
down?
I'm like, we really need this truck. And it barely made it to Little River Flower Farm. He could barely drive it. Poor guy. We paid him $100, but we found this in an antique store. The what do you call this pillbox feathered hat that she has on. Jessica Candage did her makeup. Hello, boutonnieres. You can personalize them as much as you want. This person did obviously a wine cork. I've seen bullet casings before. You don't have to go that wild. You can just do beautiful little simple. Here are these dahlias again, Alexandra.
Classic. Wedding classic.
I love dahlias.
And we know what they're called, so that's a real bonus.
In this fall, this is a fall bouquet. I really love the hydrangea here.
And then they have another hydrangea on the other side that's a different color, tied in with I don't know if it's a thistle of some sort.
Huh. Look, this is actually the same flower, just from a different angle. Yeah, that's the other hydrangea that you're talking
Like you
about.
get two bouquets in one.
Yeah, from this side, it looks very different from this side. But yeah, you can see the hydrangea over here, and then one over here. Loved that dahlia. This was a fun idea. This was a long bouquet that you see like Miss America holding. So she had to hold it that way. This was a DIY wedding. Love that idea. Love that idea. And that's kind of similar to these down here. These are sort of kind of long. You can't hold them like you would like the bride's holding her bouquet. You have to hold these differently. But yeah, I love her red bouquet with her white dress, and they've got red dresses with white calla lilies. Love that idea very much. This was a winter wedding. How about you?
It feels like a winter wedding. You can't see any snow. You don't know where they are, but it's definite. I know, you just know by looking at it that it's a winter wedding.
Yep.
Good job, ladies.
This was actually a fall wedding. Oh my gosh, there's no dahlias in this bouquet. It was a fall wedding, but it started snowing. And there
I
you
love
go.
that.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Look at that. I mean, this was Moonset Farms that made this bouquet up at Hardy Farm. She designed this with a fall wedding in mind. You can see sort of the orangish fall colors, but it started snowing and it worked beautifully.
It really does. It's gorgeous.
So yeah, another really interesting one was this paper mache wedding. This is Carrie Quaid. She used to be out of New York. She's moved to Anchorage, Alaska, I found out online. But she incorporated paper mache flowers into her bouquets, and it works. And this was kind of a theater crowd, so they were a little out of the box.
Very cool.
And I love it.
I like that. Well, you know what I'm going to ask him.
Please don't ask what these are.
Is it an orchid? Is it a fern?
Okay, this does look like an orchid. You are right. This looks like a fiddlehead. And I'm not sure if that's even
Is it even real? Is it an alien? It's incredible. I don't think it's from Earth.
They put these books on the table, and they put all kinds of antiquities and old books, feathers. Well, I had another wedding that did the books. See how cool that looks?
I love it. I mean, I was an English literature major and a fine art minor, so you're really nailing it with that sort of arrangement for me.
That speaks to Alexander right there. Yeah. Love the texture in this one. Look at, what are these things right here? We see them a lot.
Do we?
Well, I've seen them in boutonnieres, not necessarily bouquets, but I never would have, if I was a bouquet, a florist, I don't think I would ever put
bouquet maker.
What?
A bouquet maker.
All right. I don't think I'd put a bunch of these things on the side like that, but it works. And look, they have whatever this is, sort of
same color, different texture.
like a gray.
That gray blue is so beautiful in a floral arrangement, and it really offsets the brighter greens that are so prevalent in all plants. Well, Kim, thank you so much for sharing these images with me today. I really appreciate it, because I find it so valuable to look at your images and just the way you frame things up, and you really,
well, you know,
the flowers have a unique quality to them, the way you capture your images, and I just really enjoy looking at them all collected together like this.
Obviously, you want to shoot your flowers in a very low f-stop. So you're 85 1.4. Try not to do a 2.8 and 85 1.4, but you don't want them to hold them. Can you see me?
I can see you all right, girl.
Okay.
Take off your shirt.
Okay.
Wait, do you?
Anyway, well, that's good. We'll pretend like this is.
That's the flowers. See
Like,
the
okay.
rainbow.
You want them to hold the. Oh, this is embarrassing.
Yeah.
Out. Okay. You want them out, and just a little bit up, not like that, because you want the background to be faded out. So, you want them out.
Like it like that.